come on in. You're here on a great day.
We have a new soap today from Nomad Theory.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about Barbershop from Happyland Studios from their sales page. Barbershop is a classy and sophisticated homage to nostalgic times, to the scent of clean shaves and fragrant tonics that wafted from the crisp collars of the dapper elite in society. A shot of soapy ambroxan weaves its way through a heart of warm lavender, soft musk, rich leather, a hint of spicy pepper, and a dash of bitter oranges. You don't have to wear a shirt and tie with this fragrance, but you might be tempted to anyway, once you get a whiff of this classic aroma.
Y'all, this one is a little weird. We know our barbershops, and this one is not sweet at all. It's really heavy leather, I think, but it's not the leather I was expecting. How are you getting this?
It's funny. If I smelled this, I don't know if barbershop would have come to mind first. I know we have different categories of barbershops and things, but this is done completely different. So people that don't like the powdery side, sometimes they maybe thoroughly enjoy this one.
True.
I don't know, but it is different. It is not what we were expecting. I think we're still trying to get to know it a little bit.
And for our soap today, y'all, we got a surprise package in the mail a couple of weeks ago of 5 soaps from a brand new artisan from the United Kingdom. But y'all, having smelled 2 of these already, the work that Gianluca is doing is among the best in the wet shaving world. And we are so excited to bring this 3rd soap to y'all today. Let's meet it. All right, y'all, from the sales page at nomadtheory.co.uk.
Step onto the sun-drenched cliffs of the Amalfi Coast with every shave. Our Sorrento shaving soap is an invigorating sensory journey to southern Italy, capturing its unique blend of coastal zest and effortless sophistication. The experience opens with the exhilarating aroma of fresh lemon sorbet, a vibrant medley of bright citruses that instantly evokes a seaside cafe. This cool, zesty accord is lifted by a subtle, refreshing touch of mint, like a gentle breeze coming off the azure water.
Sorbet, mint, he got my letters. As the vibrant citrus softens, the fragrance reveals a crisp, aromatic heart. Clean sea notes carry the fresh, salty air of the Tyrrhenian Sea, while a sophisticated, herbaceous hint of rosemary evokes a wild flora clinging to the coastal cliffs. Finally, the fragrance settles into a clean and radiant base. A smooth, airy foundation of white musk provides a feeling of effortless, sun-warmed skin. This is enhanced by a touch of hedoin, a luminous note that adds an abstract floral citrus glow, ensuring a bright and uplifting finish.
I don't know if they could have written any better scent notes for us. I'm just saying, as I'm reading mint, then rosemary, those are ones we always click with the citruses. I am excited to go to Italy with this one.
Well, y'all, we already have explored some mysteries and wonders with London and Kyoto. This is definitely more on the dapper side, more on the realistic side. So I don't know where this one is going to take us today, but I have got my tickets and I am ready to go. Let's unbox it.
Woo, we got the big box.
Oh, this is how it can. Oh, I see. It's a big box with a small box inside. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, y'all. I gotta tell you, the presentation on these is absolutely luxurious. And there it is. And there is our kitty friend looking like he is having the time of his life. And I kind of want to join him. Why don't we have a first impression?
I think you should go first on this one. I've been going first the last few times.
I will not say no to that. All right, taking it in. Here we go. All right, y'all. Here is the pour from Nomad Theory. That beautiful, warm hug that I get from my vegan soaps, but with a slickness that is out of this world. Maybe the slickest soap I've experienced in a year. Y'all, the base is special on this, and the scents are magical. All right, here we go.
Strap in. We got mint and rosemary in there for you. That's fast.
I love this. I love this because this is a Nomad Theory scent, and I am starting to understand a broader sense of the perfumery and how they are doing it over there. This is absolutely beautiful, subdued, the absolute opposite of a novelty scent. This is real. This is painting a picture of actual lemons being cut up on a table. This is giving me the sense of actual warm Mediterranean air through the window. This is beautiful. Another home run, Gianluca. Hold on a second. Hold on. And then something playful just underneath the familiar so that your nose goes, wait a minute, what? I thought I knew what I was talking about here, but there is plenty of room to explore. And this is a tiny bit more on the sweet side than the other two.
Okay.
But y'all, this is not what I call a Wonka soap. This is not a gourmand. This does not have the sweetness that I would ever want to put in my mouth. It doesn't have a sweetness like a lotion or anything like that. In fact, it doesn't even have the sort of intense ingredients that those scents are made up of. This is something more real, like a realistic painting that I'm looking at, taking me away to somewhere my nose almost recognizes.
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
So it's still in that transportive lane category, probably, which is good. That's how they're branding. It's a name. It's a location.
It's a theory. And right, I love that. Nomad meaning to wander. We are going from place to place in our shave cabinet, y'all. And boy, I love this location. Well, hold on. Let's have a grown-up conversation. I am particularly enamored of this because when I heard sorbet, when I heard mint and sherbet and those kind of words, I thought this was going to be more of his novelty scent, a little bit more of his gourmandy scent. Oh, nay. This fits in absolutely beautifully on the same shelf as London and Kyoto, giving me the sense of finely tailored suits and every hair being in place while you're going on these adventures. They are masculine, they are debonair, and they are beautiful. Now, y'all constant viewers will know that we are dipping our toes in the pool of raw material perfuming, and I'm going to tell you something. This does not use a lemon essential oil. I have some over there. You know how I know? That is a super bossy scent, and there is very little room for anything else going on in something like this if you used essential oil. No, you're going to use little mysteries, little wonders to help build the sense of a lemon without having to dive into the juicy, muddled heart of it that always carries with it a little bit of sour and makes me look like Robert De Niro. And that way, he can make sure that when that bonds with the sea salt accord, it is a seamless transition. And then finally, those musks are giving this thing a giant hug. They are transparent. They are clean cotton barbershop kind of musks, but they are giving a beautiful table for that sorbet to sit on and a beautiful way for you to discover the tartness inside of it without it going sour. That's beautiful.
I love that they start from scratch with each one. Like the way you're explaining it, it seems like there's nothing from the other two. And now that this is our third one, that just makes a little more sense about them.
And the notes that are jumping out to me are not normal. I'm getting like notes of fresh air. I'm getting notes of like wicker baskets. Like my imagination is taken off with this thing.
It is painting a scene.
Well, the human mind is great at recognizing patterns. When I smell popcorn and churros, I know I'm probably on Main Street at Disneyland and my nose can fill in the rest. This is kind of doing that too, of wherever I would go, where there would be a lemon sorbet, a little mint, a little sea salt, a little fresh air, and my nose is filling in all of the adventure and all of the whimsy that would surround that day for me. It's almost like these soaps leave room for your imagination. That's why I like them best. Hold on. And finally, a little effervescence, a little sense of a pepper or something going on in there to offset the lemon peel just a little and make it beautiful. And welcome on a warm summer day. Okay, you take this in.
Wow, way!
This is beautiful. This might be my favorite.
Out of the three so far?
Next to London.
Okay.
All right, take it in. I want to see your face.
I just want to hang out with this little kitty. He's holding a lemon. Did you see?
I love that. Well, this also might be the most unisex of the three so far.
I was going to ask that. You mentioned masculine, so I was curious. I will let you know after my first whip. Right. Please hold.
The filter over the scents are masculine, but they're not overpowering, if you know what I mean.
Wow, I just got an image of a super expensive coastal seaside, like escape in Italy somewhere with the best colorful views that you could even imagine. I thought I knew what it would smell like. And then I started my whiff, and then I had to keep whiffing because it would just kept taking me to a cooler place. Right. Like, I can sense the sun's up, but there's a cool breeze, like that aquatic-y sea note thing is coming in. And you'd think that would be attached to the lemon, but oddly my brain knew they were separate. Like I could tell there was a lovely lemon tree outside the window, but then the sea notes were separate.
Right.
It's interesting. I don't really get much of the musks, but I know that this doesn't go very deep. So the musks kind of keep it in that lighter type of scent. Right. I just got an image of like linen in the wind and like all just those kind of, you got the basket. Like there's something that's really creating the location for me 100%. That I'm not getting sand or something. Right. Like I know that I'm vacationing somewhere and it just happens to be like open windows that all of these scents are coming through.
Yeah. And the genius for me is the lemon. It doesn't go candy. It doesn't go sour. It doesn't go to the full character of the lemon. It's just the outskirts, as if you were smelling a sweet frozen lemon sorbet.
You know, once you reminded me about the sorbet, then the mint and the rosemary really started to take off. I think that's why my brain knew it was a cool breeze. Yeah. Like there's something about that. Oh, it is wonderfully fresh. Like you said earlier, like straight off the tree for the lemons, it's straight off the plants for the mints and for that rosemary. It is so fresh. I feel like I just pulled it off the plant myself. To me, out of the two that we've had so far, London's a little bit on the darker side. Right. Then we have Kyoto kind of in the middle, adding a little of the florals. And so far, this is the lightest, brightest ones for me. So it screams a little more summertime, where the other ones, I don't get that. Like I definitely get a little more fall for London.
Oh, yeah.
So if you had to pick on like seasons where these are all landing, like this is the summer escape to me. Like I have no worries as I'm smelling this. The vibrancy is matched super well between the lemon and the mint.
It's a great word.
Right? Yep. There's no lime in this, which is funny because you'd think there'd be other citruses, but the lemon is just, that's enough to do the magic
here. That made it
here.
too crowded for me a little bit.
But I think because it's a lemon sorbet, it's not like a lemon sherbet where that gets super sugary and gourmandy like you were saying, but this lemon is just rounded out so it's not too sour. Right. I think that's where you add in the mint and the rosemary, that the sorbet vibe that you want to, you know, like you use the teeny tiny spoons for sorbet. Right. You just want to take your time. That's where I'm at here. I don't want to rush through my escape to here. I just want to hang out in Sorrento, sit outside with this lovely breeze, maybe chilling in a hammock, reading a book. Like I don't want to leave this place. Right. It is very welcoming. It is very chillaxed. And I just feel like I have no worries in the world. I can just hear the breeze and the birdies outside. Like it is a great vacation scent.
Y'all, we walk every day on the border of Tilden Park, a very large animal and nature reserve here in California. And when we take in the natural scents of that walk, they are beautifully blended by the breeze. They are beautifully presented by nature herself. And then there's one part of our walk where we always smell dryer sheets, and I'm not sure why. Something about how the breeze goes through the backyard of one of those homes down there and picks up the dryer exhaust and takes it right to us. But y'all, there are a lot of scents out there, well, like Happy Land's Barbershop, that are kind of bordering on that dryer sheet, super sweet, lots of things, very whimsical, Willy Wonka kind of smell. And when you're out in nature and you're hit by it, it is jarring how artificial it actually is. But y'all, I love that when I take in these scents from Nomad Theory, these are not the scents that come wafting from the neighborhoods. These are the scents that come wafting from nature. These are the scents being made up of real things in exactly the right balance and exactly the right intensity to whisk you away. And I'm just shocked that now it's the hat trick.
Right.
The third one is just as magical as the first two. That is beautiful. How are you getting the mint? What kind of mint is it?
You know, if you got a cucumber martini or something, they usually just take the mint leaves themselves and stick it on the ends. They don't actually add any mint in it. It's just maybe a little pummeled in there. And there's something about that it's the real leaf. It has not been changed. Right. It just maybe was kind of muddled a little bit to wake it up a little. But that's the vibrancy I'm getting. And in the ratio, it matches perfectly. Like when you think of a lemon tree, there's the greenery on the tree. Right. So it's almost like the mint is just replacing the leaves on the lemon tree, and that's kind of how they're meandering together to just make that lovely fresh whiff. It was nice talking to Gianluca a little bit in the chat, and he was saying that he and his wife have been to all of these places, and you can tell because I feel like we have been transported to wherever they have been. Like they've recreated that somehow in a tub. Like we could just stamp our passports. Like now we've been here.
Well, isn't that the best part of the wet shaving hobby is you're not just experiencing someone else's ideas, you're experiencing someone else's memories. And there are real things that go along with those and real emotions carried by them too. And that's definitely contained in this line of subs.
I know we sort of read the scent notes, but I feel like we should go back and double check that we got everything and build a lather to get this in some action.
I need you to see what this does when you mix it with water. Y'all come along. Well, I heard there might be sorbet today, so I grabbed our Haley's Artisan Saturday morning cereal shaving bowl. And y'all, I want you to see how hard this soap is. There's a little bit of a bite back to it, but it is on the softer side. All right, so pro move, if you have this bowl from Haley's Artisan, do not use the honeycomb divots on the side. Use those big old divots on the bottom. Your brush knows how to get the soap out of those.
Okay, the mint and rosemary are already waking up. Oh my goodness.
This is Oliver, my Brady Bunch inspired tiki brush made by Craig at Opus Brush. Isn't he gorgeous? All right, y'all. I'm just going to give about 20 sprays of water to this because I already know it is on the thirstier side for a soap. And then here we go, y'all. My first goal is just going to be to load that soap onto the bristles of my tiki brush. Just kind of start working it clockwise and counterclockwise. It's okay to let those bristles get a little wet, but leave most of the water sitting at the bottom of the bowl. Right now, we're just loading it onto the bristles. And just about the time it seems like the soap is being stingy and holding on to the bottom of the bowl for dear life, turn your brush about 25%. Give those bristles a new orientation to come with that soap. All right, then I'm going to go sop up the water and start making this lather. Y'all, look at this. Oh, I'm getting brand new whiffs out of this.
Holy crap. It's waking up. It's so nice to get the citrusy lemon hit at the beginning. Right. Then it goes into, I think, a little of the C notes, but then it's brightened back up by the mint and rosemary, and then it's kind of calmed down a little bit by the musk. Like, it is a scent journey kind of a whiff.
Wow. Almost something beautifully suede in the middle going on.
I know we don't have their aftershaves yet, and I know we got to be patient, but this is one that I would definitely want to make sure I got a little more time to whiff and enjoy this after the shave, like to keep it going somehow.
Be sad to leave Sorrento too soon.
Right?
How easy would it be for a newbie to build a lather with Nomad Theory? Easy as drinking water. Easy like Sunday morning. Easy like my cousin Shauna.
There is room enough in these glass tubs for you to be able to tub lather, even though we appreciate the bowl version. You can be able to do it here.
Do you remember what the Hedione smells like that's over there on the table?
It's funny. I actually forgot that was in here. I knew there was a floral, but I was not expecting it to be that one.
I'm getting a hefty dose of it, and it's beautiful.
It's kind of like, even has like an ozone kind of notes vibe
exactly
happening.
That. A little bit of ambroxan hit in there for me kind of a thing. Woo! I'm assuming Sorrento's on the seacoast, yeah? Okay, there we go. Well, I'm not European. I don't plan on being European, so who gives a crap if they're socialists? Those musks are sensational. And the fact that I know one of them is helping me to understand how the others are working in here. This is absolutely beautiful. And somehow, it's mixing with the mint in a beautiful way. Those musks are. That's amazing.
I know we get minty, kind of like we joke about toothpaste or something like that. This is the complete opposite. This is the plant itself.
And y'all, you can't even see the ridges on the bottom of the bowl anymore. This is a badger brush. This is a natural fiber brush. Are you kidding me? And this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the sorbet or sherbet with on 3, 1, 2. Sorbet. Oh, sorbet.
There is the floral action here and the musky action here. You are right. Those are waking up in a new way. It's not taking away from the other side of the scent. They just got a little more vocal here.
And you know what's funny? When I saw mint and sorbet, I thought, all right, well, if I know a 14-year-old shaver, this is what I'm going to give him. This is clearly for the younger crowd. Y'all, look at my face. This is just as dapper and distinguished and grown up as the other two, which will tell you something about this scent. Mint, sorbet, lemon, sea salt, but done in such a dapper way it earns its place on the shelf next to London. Absolutely. And back to the sales page at nomadtheory.co.uk. We start with top notes of
a mix of citruses beautifully blending as a zesty lemon sorbet with a touch of mint. So there may be other citruses, not just the lemon.
Well, and I think the aroma molecules they're using are more citrusy centered with a little bit hints of lemon rather than representing individual fruits. But that's beautiful. And then heart notes of C notes and rosemary, which is where I'm spending my time. All of those mysteries just under the surface of everything familiar is being done with these, and they're beautiful. And then base notes of
white musk and hedione.
I love that, y'all, especially if there's only 2 musks and they're creating this accord because it's beautiful. And I love that there is what perfumers might call an overdose of hedione in this, but it is working so beautifully. Don't worry, they do it all the time.
It's funny, my brain just helps me know that I am literally getting that ocean C note air coming in. Like, I wouldn't know that it's necessarily even in there, but somehow it throws it back to the C note side for me. Like, there's things in each one of the top, heart, and bass notes that kind of cross multiply once you kind of whiff them together.
Look at the iridescence of this, y'all, and look at the coverage from a Badger brush, y'all. This is so special. You know how when they paint parking lots, and the paint goes on kind of puffy, but in a way that is hot and sticky, and you know that is not going anywhere? That's what my brain is telling me is happening with this on my face.
Super protective, super padded, and it's really slick still somehow.
All right, put some of
My
that
turn.
on your moneymaker. Y'all, this is unreal. And I think it's the slickness that just made my razor so unafraid. Nothing about this pass was going to get slowed down with this soap on my face, so I could just go brrr, or normally I'd get some red dots. I just felt that I wasn't going to with this, and I was right. All right, y'all, come along with us. We're going to take this down a little bit deeper.
I don't think there's any menthol in this, but there's something with the minty part that has just a gentle, subtle cooling effect somehow.
I'm getting that too. Maybe just a subtle hint of a synthetic menthol at 1% or something like that.
Or my brain just put it there with the mint. I don't know.
It's in there. Y'all, I've been trying to figure out how to describe the magic of this lemon to paint a picture for you, and I think I have it figured out. So imagine a beautiful, strong character of a lemon that is transparent, that you can see right through. Your nose smells it, but then it immediately opens like a grand curtain, and everything else going on behind it is immediately evident and moving. And I love that, because generally, if you want to smell through lemon, it takes 2 hands and a flashlight and maybe a burro to carry your stuff. So that, how they've given the lemon its total strength of character, but made it so transparent that everything else is beautifully balanced just under its surface. And that's what gives this its movement and playful nature.
It's something that I would want like in a candle or something that I could just have around me for a little bit longer than a shave. There's something in that makes me want to take one of those super long whiffs. Like I wish my lungs were bigger just to get the full effect of what's happening here.
Why are you wearing your perfumer's glasses, Marcus, you might say? Well, I wanted to go grab our Hedione over there from the table for Sarah to smell. This is at 20%. Are you ready? Here we go.
Ah, yes.
And then,
okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And they're right. Slightly floral, slightly musky without giving you that some musks can.
But it also doesn't take away from the citrus side of the lemon, where sometimes the florals kind of just take over that.
Right.
This doesn't. It just accentuates the lemony side and lets them still live together.
And it is such a beautiful musk. Sometimes it's described as blurring the edges of the other notes, so they come together more like a watercolor painting. And I could totally see...
Yes.
Well, water! It's coastal. Sorrento. I've cracked the code. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Gianluca and his family in cat form. You're going to go to London, have a great time amongst the leathers, the fogs, the patchoulis. You're going to go to Kyoto and see the blossoms on the trees. And then finally, just to relax, you're going to hit the beach at Sorrento and get your own. In the United States, Nomad Theory suggests therazorcompany.com to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Sorrento, beautifully expanding the boundaries of what I thought Nomad Theory could do, on the lighter side, on the fruitier side, on the whimsical side, but still keeping that fingerprint of dapper dignity that has become the calling card of Nomad Theory for us. What a fabulous new line this is, Gianluca, with a bass that is turning heads like crazy. All of the functionality and hug of a vegan bass with the slickness of the best talos in the industry. We're loving these, and there's 2 more. Welcome to Messages.
So for our August giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Ariana and Evan.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first September episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Okay, ask me why I'm happy.
Why are you happy, Marcus?
I did not think that this was going to be in the same lane or of the same type of character as these two. I didn't know how lemon sorbet, mint, sea salt, that kind of thing could be dapified, is that a word, to sit on the shelf with these two. But y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. All of the whimsical fun of the beach, the sorbet, the salt, the sea air are here, but it is still in that dignified, beautiful, subdued, nomad theory character that we are coming to love so much. And I love this one. This might be my favorite.
And to me, this one is the most crowd pleasing in a way that it could be masculine, feminine, anything in between. It really is that escape life kind of a soap that anyone would enjoy.
Yeah, how often do you hear that? This would be equally at home on a 16-year-old surfer, or on a 70-year-old financier.
Yeah.
Like, what a beautiful scent this is.
And I think whoever's wearing it, the side that attaches to them most personality-wise is just going to be amplified.
Right. Gianluca, thank you for believing in our little show and sending these out to us for free to review. We really appreciate it, and we are so excited for the two we have left in the box. We have already heard great things about them.
Don't forget your next appointment, the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.